Hello, residents of Brockton. My name is Richard Ripley. I'm better known as a BATBUSGUY. I want to start by saying that I'm not a politician or a public speaker, so I'm simply a disabled, retired, 68-year-old senior trying to stand up for public safety. I thank you now for your patience if I make any mistakes here tonight. Anyway, like I said, I'm the BATBUSGUY. I've come here to City Hall and the Mayor's office to give this speech on an illegal, dangerous, and ongoing public safety threat on BAT buses in Brockton because this is the seat of power of the corrupt Robert Sullivan administration. What am I about to tell you is based on hundreds of emails and other documented evidence. Let me first point out that Mayor Sullivan is both chairman of BAT's Board of Directors and chairman of BAT's Advisory Board, which has direct oversight of safety issues on BAT. I am now saying right now that Brockton Mayor Robert Sullivan and his administration and the Brockton City Council are guilty of willfully and knowingly putting the lives and safety of the people of Brockton who ride BAT buses in possible danger. Let me explain. Number one, I have reported in emails and on my weekly cable TV show and verbally to Mayor Sullivan and his administration and the City Council 80 individual violations of illegal, dangerous driving behavior of BAT bus drivers repeatedly endangering the lives and safety of innocent children and disabled seniors. I myself was a four-time victim. I want to give you an example of what is going on. What happens is there was an incident a few months back of about a 13-year-old kid from the West Middle School. He got on the bus. The bus driver immediately moved the bus into traffic, which is illegal. The young kid was stuck between the front doors and the driver and the fare box facing the windshield. This kid, 13-year-old kid, he had his backpack on the windowsill of the bus trying to find his bus fare. And the whole time, the bus is moving down West Elm Street, and the kid, you can see the scared look on his face. He's trying to stand up as the bus driver hits the brakes and hits the gas. And the kid, you can see the scared look on the face. Anyway, this went on for, I don't know, maybe about 8 to 10 minutes down West Elm Street. Now, the problem with this is not only is it illegal, but this kid, if this driver had to hit the brakes fast, this kid could have gone right into the windshield, forcibly thrown right into the windshield. And you know, this is the kind of threat that has been going on in the bus. Now, I myself was a four-time victim. I have other reports, and they're all available. I'll give them to anybody who wants them. They're all documented. I got other reports of the bus driver letting people on the bus, while the doors of the bus are still open, he's moving the bus into traffic. And these people, as soon as he hits the brakes, you can see it on the videotape of the bus. The lady, she fell backwards, and she grabbed hold of something at the last second before she fell to the floor and got seriously hurt. Again, this is all documented. I asked BAT to release the bus tapes and let the people see what is going on the BAT buses. Again, the specific law being repeatedly violated here, it is called the Code of Federal Regulations, Title 49, Section 393.90. Violation of this law can result in serious injury to passengers. Number 3, there have been 4 independent investigations by Brockton Area Transit, the Brockton Police Department, and the City of Brockton, and Massachusetts State Representative Rita Mendez. Each of these independent investigations confirmed that BAT drivers were in fact guilty and were disciplined by BAT for violating the previously mentioned Code of Federal Regulations and illegally driving the bus to endanger passenger safety 80 times. And keep in mind, I'm only one passenger, and I recorded 80 violations of this happening to 80 Brockton seniors and disabled people and kids. Imagine what is really going on the bus. I'm just one guy, and I reported 80 violations. Let me ask you, if 4 independent investigations all confirm that 80 BAT drivers were in fact guilty and disciplined for driving illegally and endangering passenger safety, shouldn't the next course of action by the gentleman in the office behind me, Mayor Sullivan, have said, hey, we got to tell the people about this? But they never informed the people. Yet nobody, not BAT management, not the City of Brockton, not the Brockton Police Department, has ever issued a public statement informing the thousands of Brocktonians who ride BAT every day about this threat to their safety. Does anybody have a problem with that? As a four-time victim, I have a problem with that. If there is a confirmed threat in Brockton that affects thousands of residents, the mayor has a duty and responsibility to inform the people being threatened. Number 4, I reported in an email to Mayor Sullivan and his administration and the City Council that Mr. Guy DiPiera, the Vice President of the Local 1547, the Bus Drivers Union, confronted me on a BAT bus and informed me that the drivers know who you are, and if you do not stop reporting safety violations to BAT management and the mayor's office, these drivers know who you are, and if they receive their 4th disciplinary letter, which will result in their being fired, that their drivers will come after you. Now, BAT stated in an email that they reviewed the bus tapes and acted in accordance with standard operating procedures. That statement by a BAT vice president to me, a 68-year-old disabled Brocktonian, is so shocking that I need to repeat it. Mr. Guy DiPiera, the Vice President of the Local 1547, the Bus Drivers Union, confronted me on a BAT bus and informed me that the drivers know who you are, and if you do not stop reporting their safety violations to BAT management and the mayor's office, that these drivers know who you are, and if they receive their 4th disciplinary letter, which will result in their being terminated, that the drivers will come after you. This statement by Mr. Guy DiPiera, the Vice President of BAT, this statement clearly shows the dangerous and illegal actions that this group of BAT drivers are willing to take to continue to drive illegally and threaten passenger safety. They are willing to take revenge on a disabled Brocktonian for simply reporting their illegal driving behavior. Think about that for a minute. Yet, despite all of that, and again, it is all documented. Anybody who wants the documents, you're entitled to them. Despite all that, Mayor Sullivan and his administration and the City Council have remained silent. They've never once issued a public safety threat to warn the people on the bus to be careful. Never once. And he has refused my hundreds of pleas to please issue a public statement warning the people of this dangerous threat on BAT so that they can be aware and take precautions to protect themselves and their loved ones. I said, please, please, Mr. Mayor, please act before an innocent kid or disabled senior is seriously injured. Mayor Sullivan remained silent and refused to respond. I say now to Mayor Sullivan, stop protecting BAT and immediately issue a public statement. Next, as further evidence in support of my statement that Brockton Mayor Sullivan and his administration and the Brockton City Council are all guilty of willfully and knowingly putting the lives and safety of Brockton's residents in possible danger, consider the following. Miss Janice Fitzgerald, the Executive Director of the Brockton Council on Aging, which has many thousands of Brockton seniors as members, including myself, it is the Coalition on the Council on Aging is a City of Brockton agency that is funded with taxpayer money. Your money is funding this agency. The Council on Aging is supposed to be a source for information to assist and help Brockton seniors. Janice Fitzgerald is well aware of the illegal, dangerous, and ongoing public safety threat on BAT buses and dial-a-BAT also that seniors ride to medical appointments and grocery shopping. I emailed Ms. Fitzgerald, and you're entitled to the email. I emailed Ms. Fitzgerald and asked her if I could schedule a time to come to the Council on Aging, where I am a member, a full member and full good standing, and address the illegal, dangerous, and ongoing threat on BAT buses with the members so that they could be aware and be careful when getting on a bus so they don't fall and break their hip. Ms. Fitzgerald refused to respond. Ms. Fitzgerald even informed me, you're not going to believe this one, Ms. Fitzgerald even informed me that I am prohibited from coming to the Council on Aging and even mentioning the documented and confirmed threat to passenger safety on BAT buses. Let's see. I reported all this in emails and texts and on my cable television show and verbally to Mayor Sullivan, his chief of staff, Sidney Marrow, and his administration, and the full Brockton City Council at that time. Now, Mr. Griffin was not on the council at that time, so he has not been aware of most of what's going on. Sadly, they have all remained silent, which, in my opinion, is clear and incontrovertible proof that Mayor Sullivan does not care about the lives or safety of Brockton's seniors. Mayor Sullivan is a hypocrite and a master manipulator who at election time goes around the city to preach his lies to the elderly so they will vote for him. If Mayor Sullivan truly cared about Brockton seniors, I have to say that again, if Mayor Sullivan truly cared about you, he would issue a public statement warning you of the threat on BAT buses. Next, I have to say again to everyone listening the same thing that I directly stated to this administration in my speech as a candidate for Brockton Mayor at the NAACP Meet the Candidates Forum in August. I stated to the administration and the audience and everybody there, just as you love your kids and grandkids and want to protect them and keep them safe, the people of Brockton who ride BAT buses also love their kids and their grandkids, and we want to protect and keep our children safe. But we cannot do that if you and your administration do not tell us what is going on this threat on the bus. Please, we must as a society protect our kids. Please let us put our political differences aside and stand up for public safety and protect our kids. Next, let me now tell you some truly troubling facts concerning Mayor Sullivan and 2 Brockton City Councilors and the documented and confirmed illegal, dangerous, and ongoing public safety threat on BAT buses in this city. First, I will talk to the mayor, Mayor Sullivan. On Friday, May 10th, just a couple of days ago, at the school committee meeting, Mayor Sullivan, at a particularly tense moment at this meeting, stated, and this is all on tape, Mayor Sullivan stated, "We are here for the kids, and we as adults have to set the example." Now, that's a great statement, but I immediately texted Mayor Sullivan. I said, "Mayor Sullivan, why were you not there for the adult kids and disabled seniors whose lives and safety are being threatened on BAT buses by the bus drivers?" Let's see. I said, "Why didn't you act as the adult in the room and immediately issue a public statement to protect those kids and seniors?" He responded in a text. I'll be happy to show you the text. He responded, "Have a great weekend." He completely avoided answering the question. Next, City Council President Moses Rodriguez. He is a real piece of work. Moses is a very dangerous man who does not care about the safety of his constituents. Let me explain. Moses is council president. Moses is Cape Verdean and a leader in Brockton's vibrant 24,000-plus Cape Verdean community. Moses is also the executive director of Brockton's Cape Verdean Association. Yet, when I contacted Moses in emails and on my cable TV show and at the Cape Verdean Association on Montello Street here in Brockton, not too far from here, to ask him for his help in informing and educating the thousands of low-income Cape Verdeans in Brockton who have no choice but to ride BAT to get to work around the city every day, Moses refused to respond. I explained to Moses that many of his own Cape Verdean people, his own people, do not speak English. They do not know what their legal rights are when riding BAT. I explained to Moses that I love all kids and I do not want to see an innocent kid get injured on a bus. I told him, "Moses, I need your help. I do not speak the language. They do not know me. Will you help me?" Moses will not respond. This clearly tells me that Moses Rodriguez does not care about the safety of any Brockton residents, not even his own Cape Verdean people. Next, City Councilor at Large, Winthrop Farwell. Oh, this is he's another piece of work. Let me explain. At a finance meeting in February, Councilor Farwell was addressing the issue of uncontrollable and ever-increasing level of violence at Brockton High School and the $200 million cost of building a new high school. You're not going to believe what this hypocrite said. Councilor Farwell stated, and this is all, again, all on tape, "I have a conscience. I am one of those people who believes in telling the truth and getting everything out to the public." He also stated, "Safety and security must be our absolutely highest priority." I kid you not, that is exactly what he said. I emailed Councilor Farwell and the rest of the City Council and Mayor Sullivan and others. I said, "Councilor Farwell, why don't you express these same concerns about safety and security and the need to tell the truth and get it all out to the public about the illegal, dangerous, and ongoing public safety threat on BAT buses that 4 independent investigations have all confirmed to be true?" Councilor Farwell, I said, "It is the safety and security of the 80 Brockton residents, including innocent kids and disabled seniors who were victimized by uncaring BAT bus drivers, illegally and dangerously endangering their safety, somehow less valuable or important to you than the lives and safety of the Brockton High School students, teachers, or administrators who were victimized by uncaring students at Brockton High School?" Councilor Farwell, I said, "Are you saying that the lives of BAT riders are irrelevant and expendable to you?" Councilor Farwell, will you immediately exercise your authority and power as a Brockton City Councilor and present a resolution to the City Council to bring BAT before the full council in a public meeting and explain this threat and to bring the bus tapes of the most egregious safety threats? It's very important. These bus tapes are the smoking gun in this whole issue. I ask again, have BAT release the bus tapes. Let the people of this city see exactly what I am talking about, and let the people of this city determine for themselves. If the people of this city review those tapes and they say, "Oh, Mr. Ripley, this is not a big problem, we're not concerned about it," I will drop this issue. Well, let's see if BAT releases the tapes. Let's see. Next, I said, sadly, but not surprisingly, Councilor Farwell, the hypocrite that he is, has remained silent. Next, I wanted to say that I am disgusted with the fact that the following Massachusetts and Brockton elected officials, who are all elected to represent and serve the people of their communities here in Massachusetts, cannot put politics aside and stand up with me for public safety of the people in Brockton to get on a bus safely. And again, I'm talking innocent children. The following people have refused to respond: United States Senator Elizabeth Warren, Massachusetts State Senator Michael Brady, Massachusetts State Representative Gerard Cassidy, Brockton Mayor Robert Sullivan, and Brockton City Councilors Moses Rodriguez, Jean Bradley Durancourt, Winthrop Farwell, Susan Castro, John Lally, Shirley Asack. Philip Griffin may not be in this because I don't know when he actually took office and has been aware. But Jeffrey Thompson was aware, David Texeria, and Maria Tavares. Each one of you should be ashamed of yourselves. The fact that each one of you are in a position of trust in which you have the power to act to protect children and seniors, you refuse to act, is real proof that not only is our city in serious trouble, but each one of you are sick, cold-hearted individuals. I want to say again that I have asked the following very simple question many times to Mayor Sullivan and the entire Brockton City Council. Do the people of Brockton have a right to get on a BAT bus safely without the driver illegally moving the bus into traffic and endangering their safety? Now that is a simple question. Each one has refused to answer it. Let's see. Only City Councilor Thomas Minicello responded, yes, the people have a right. But, sadly, he has not acted responsibly and issued a public statement to warn his constituents. He, as well as Mayor Sullivan and the rest of the council, have instead chosen to play God and gamble with and risk the lives and safety of innocent kids and disabled seniors to get on a public bus. Next, I want to announce that, in fact, today, I just found out today, that Massachusetts State Representative Rita Mendez's long-planned educational video that I asked her to produce back on March 1st, it is finally being produced as we speak. It's going to be an in-depth video on how to get for passengers on how to safely get on a bus, how to ride safely, what your rights are, and what to be aware of to ride BAT safely. Representative Mendez assures me that I'll be pleasantly surprised. I want to say that I am proud to have fought this 15-month battle with Mayor Sullivan and stood up to protect the rights of kids, including my grandson, and disabled seniors like myself to get on and ride a BAT bus safely. While release of the educational video may bring my battle with Mayor Sullivan to an end on this particular issue to an end, my only regret is that I failed to convince Mayor Sullivan and my elected representatives to act and issue a statement. Or let me ask them now, I'm asking you now, Mayor Sullivan and the whole City Council, will you stand up and come out in public support of the educational video that's being produced as we speak? Will you come out and publicly say you support this public safety initiative? My hope is that once the educational video is released, they will have no choice but to come out and support it. But that is okay. I will have to live with that for now. I do plan to be actively engaged in the 2012 election cycle. I ask you now, remember what I stated in my rebuttal to Mayor Sullivan, PSA, about 6 weeks ago. The failure of this administration to publicly address this illegal, dangerous threat on BAT is just one symptom of Brockton's broken system of government. The corruption, mismanagement, and staggering and mounting fiscal problems of the Robert Sullivan administration and the compliant and weak Brockton City Council to look the other way are destroying our city. Let me say that again. This is important for everyone in Brockton to realize. The corruption, mismanagement, and staggering and mounting fiscal problems of the corrupt Robert Sullivan administration and the compliant and weak Brockton City Council to look the other way are destroying our city. We cannot let that happen. Next, this is going to be a little strange, but I think it fits in with the problems that are going on in the city right now. Finally, I wanted to say, I want to talk to you now about what I was recently told at a city meeting of the Brockton Garden Club. I was informed that the Massachusetts political community have given Mayor Sullivan the nickname Mr. Empty Suit. Mr. Empty Suit. I have to say, I like it. And it certainly explains a lot, considering what's going on in this city right now. Consider, number one, Mr. Empty Suit, that's the guy in this office directly behind me, has a habit of never taking responsibility for anything. He always shifts the blame to somebody else. Number two, Mr. Empty Suit has a habit of waiting until an issue reaches the crisis point before addressing it. For example, the violence at the high school, he had years to address this threat, but he didn't. He waited until the school committee went to the governor and asked to send in the National Guard. Only then did he take this seriously. Next, the overspending of the school committee that he is chairman of, Mr. Empty Suit says he was not aware of this missing money on the school committee, even though he was chairman. He even had a temper tantrum on national television. I want to read you now from something from the State of the City, some promises that Mayor Sullivan made in his State of the City address last March. He stated he wanted to be the mayor of everybody. He stated, it is important to educate and inform residents. I guess he didn't mean the people who take the bus. He certainly doesn't want to inform them of the public safety threat to their life. He said he wanted to work with everybody. Again, I guess not the people who take the bus. Mayor Sullivan also said, if there is no struggle, there is no progress. I've been fighting for 15 months, and I have made major progress, so that's a good one. He also said, and this is a good one, he said, I will help assimilate immigrants into Brockton. Again, he certainly has informed and educated the low-income immigrants in this city who are a large part of the population of the city of their rights to get on a bus safely in order to assimilate into Brockton and be safe on the bus. Mayor Sullivan also stated about Brockton residents. He said, I will continue to work with you and for you. Again, he's not working with me and he's not working with the people who take the bus. He also mentioned how important public transportation was, and he pledged to improve services. I guess he didn't mean to get the BAT drivers to drive safely and stop endangering the lives of the people of Brockton. Yes, here it is. Another issue. The issue of the city auditor. Mr. Empty Suit, again, that guy in the office behind me, the corrupt mayor, has had years to address that issue. He knew for 2 years the city didn't have an auditor. He knew what was going on. He refused until it reached a crisis level to explain, to address it. Mr. Empty Suit, he said, to release it. Mr. Empty Suit has his lack of accountability and responsibility to not only control the fiscal irresponsibility of his administration, but to inform the people is a major flaw. Mayor Sullivan likes to talk like he knows what's going on, but yet he does not keep the people apprised of what's going on. The taxpayers of this city have a right to know what is going on with the city's finances. Mr. Empty Suit, his false statements in the mayor's message in the City of Brockton budget for fiscal year 2023, when Mr. Empty Suit stated on page 12, he stated on page 12 of the fiscal year 2023 Brockton budget in the mayor's message, he said that his administration will foster an environment where constituent services and professionalism are the focus. That's a laugh. He said the city will create an environment where citizens feel welcome to engage and participate in order to express their concerns, ideas, and aspirations. He also said the city will create policies that prioritize responsiveness to both city employees and citizens' thoughts about the conditions of their community and government. That was all a total lie. I have been trying to engage this administration and this corrupt Mr. Empty Suit for 15 months. And I'm almost done. And that was a lie. I have been trying to engage this administration for 15 months. They refuse to engage in good faith. Therefore, I say to the Massachusetts political community that the Massachusetts political community was right. Mr. Empty Suit is perfectly describes our mayor, the corrupt Mayor Sullivan. 1 second. I think that about covers it. Yes, go back to your office. Again, I just want the people to understand this is real. This is not fake. Everything is documented. You can view it all on my YouTube channel, BATBUSGUY. Everything is there. If you have any questions, you can contact me at my email, which will be on your screen after this tape is edited and shared around the city. I appreciate everyone listening. Thank you, Brockton. Hello, I wanted to just also, to end here, I wanted to address an issue between myself and the mayor. The mayor and I have been texting back and forth for about a couple months now, and I texted him that I contacted his wife. I asked her, I says, as a parent who loves her kids and wants to protect them, I asked her if she was aware that the mayor for 16 months has known about a threat on the bus to the children of the people who ride the bus, and I asked for her help. I also asked her if her husband was mentally unstable and if he needed to take a leave of absence for his mental instability. Now, the mayor immediately texted me back. He said, "Sir, you have crossed the line. My family is off limits. Is crossing the line." I responded in the text to the mayor, and I had those texts. I said, "Mr. Mayor, you crossed the line 16 months ago for 16 months when you have not addressed this threat to the people on a public bus. You're playing God and gambling with people's lives. You are the mayor. You can address this, and you can protect kids. You've refused to do that. I call that crossing the line. And I am trying to stand up and protect human life and protect kids. And I believe, and I will use any means possible, any legal action and legal means possible to address this. And that includes your wife. She's an adult. I didn't contact your kids. I contacted your wife. Now, I understand that she's your wife, but I have to use every step I can to get this message out before somebody gets hurt. And everything is on the table in addressing this. I'm sorry I contacted your wife and it's come to this level, but it's come to this point because you refuse to do the right thing and stand up and tell the people about this threat. I ask you again, please stand up and tell the people about this threat. Thank you very much.